Now, China's claimed that it played a role in mediating the end of the recent conflict between India and Pakistan. New Delhi has, of course, maintained that there was simply no third-party mediation and the conflict ended only after the Pakistanis requested for a ceasefire from India. Now, speaking at the symposium on the international situation and China's foreign affairs relations, the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has now jumped in to claim credit for having mediated peace in several warring regions, including India and Pakistan. Now, during his speech, Wang Yi listed the hotspot issues where China apparently has played some peacemaker role. Now, besides India and Pakistan, Wang Yi also named northern Myanmar, the Iranian nuclear issues between Israel and Palestine, and the recent conflict between Cambodia and Thailand. Listen in.
Following this Chinese approach to settling hotspot issues, China mediated in northern Myanmar the Iranian nuclear issue, the tensions between Pakistan and India, the issues between Palestine and Israel, and the recent conflict between Cambodia and Thailand.
Now, the Chinese claim echoes the American President Donald Trump, who has repeatedly boasted of settling several conflicts, including the one between India and Pakistan. Now, India has already responded to such statements in the past, putting any claims to rest. India has always maintained that there was no third-party mediation that was involved in ending the conflict in May. New Delhi has also maintained that the military conflict was resolved only after Pakistan's Director General of Military Operations had sought a ceasefire in a call with his Indian counterpart. The conflict was sparked by the killing of the tourists in India's Jammu and Kashmir in late April, and India had responded with Operation Sindoor, hitting the terror epicenters and hideouts in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Now, this had led to strikes and counter-strikes on military installations in both countries. Pakistan heavily deployed Chinese weapons, including the J-10C fighters, the PL-15 air-to-air missiles and HQ-9 air defense systems. Now, China also provided intelligence support to Pakistan. A report by the US-China Economic and Security Review Commission has claimed that Beijing leveraged the four-day conflict to test and also to advertise its weapons. All right, now joining us live on the broadcast is WION's Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, it's pretty interesting what Wang Yi is saying. Now, we've heard Donald Trump repeating over and over again that he had something to do with the India-Pakistan ceasefire during Operation Sindoor. And now, Wang Yi seems to be, inspired by that same playbook. What's happening here?
Well, while he has made his claims, there are no takers for his claims here in New Delhi. And India has been all throughout the year reiterating how this ceasefire came by direct negotiations between Delhi and Islamabad after the Indian strikes forced Pakistan to reach out to India, and the conversation happened at the DGMO level when the Pakistani DGMO reached out to Indian side. Now, of course, the Chinese claim coming in the backdrop of the US President Donald Trump reiterating his claim almost over 50 times, and the number is only going to increase given the fact that how he has been saying that he has been responsible for resolving around 7 to 8 conflicts. But nonetheless, the Chinese comment is something that can be seen in the Pakistani context, of course. We know that how this year saw when the conflict started, the Chinese side had supported Pakistan, especially when it comes to the usage of the Chinese weapons. And this is a known fact, something that was taken note not only here in New Delhi, but across the world as well.
Right. Now, this, of course, is the first time that the Chinese are claiming that they had something to do with the ceasefire and are also talking about the number of conflicts that they've tried to help resolve. On a lighter note, would Wang Yi now nominate Xi Jinping for a Nobel Prize? Is that what's happening?
Well, nobody exactly knows. Right now, there is one global aspirant, that's US President Donald Trump. Perhaps we'll get to know next year whether he will get Nobel Prize or not. But when it comes to Beijing, as of now, there is no news or any information that whether the Chinese president also wants to join into this race of being a Nobel Peace Prize aspirant. But you never know how 2026 pans out. But of course, 2025 was full of conflicts and complexities. But he is hoping that 2025 will bring more peace.
Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant. Well, after Donald Trump, we've got another person who is claiming credit of having halted many number of wars. Thank you very much to Siddhant for joining us from New Delhi.